What is going on, guys? Sid here with another installment of Nostalgia Blast. And guys, we are actually doing a long play of a game that we featured a couple of times on the channel. Guys, today we are playing Comix Zone. Guys, 1995 Sega Genesis in its prime. Guys, oh my god, where do I start? This game has so much emotional and sentimental value to me. Oh my god, it is one of those games that just stood the test of time, especially in my book, guys, in many people's books, right? But yeah, this game really stood the frickin' test of time. And guys, we featured this game a couple of times on the channel, but guys, I never did the long play. I never did the walkthrough. Guys, and I said to myself over the weekend, guys, I'm still on hiatus, technically speaking, right? I'm putting that in quotation marks, right? Because I am taking a little bit of an extended break from the channel. But guys, over the weekend, I was just like, you know what? Let's do the long play of Comix Zone. Why not? Why not? I know we were playing a couple other games such as Splatterhouse and a couple other nostalgia / retro-esque games on the channel. And guys, I've actually started downloading a couple other installments as well, right, for later in the year when I do make a little bit of a return. But guys, what would it be without featuring Comix Zone? Seriously. It is literally, I think it's probably top 3 in my book, at least, right? I don't know about you guys, right? So that seems a little controversial because a lot of people will say Mortal Kombat, right? The couple Mortal Kombat games back in the Sega Genesis era of video games back in the 90s, early 90s, that was amazing. There were so many amazing 2D games, right? Guys, this game, where do I begin? I don't even know where to begin. I'm dead serious, guys. This was such an innovative game for the time period on the Sega Genesis, guys. And it was, like, with the limited in terms of like technical ability of consoles during this time period, right? Especially on consoles, right? Guys, this game just hit it out the ballpark. Insane creativity. Guys, everyone involved in the development of this game, right? The animations, everything. It's just, everything clicked for this game. It's a 10 out of 10 game for me, easily. Probably like an 11 out of 10, especially with the, like, as we're saying, did it stand the test of time? I'm gonna tell you guys flat out, yes, right? I would give it a 15 out of 10 just for that, right? Because it stood up so well. Guys, if you guys have not played this game, I'm telling you right now, just like Streets of Rage, just like Mortal Kombat, just like a lot of those 2D games, right, that Sonic, right, a couple of those games did stand the test of time, and Comix Zone is definitely one of them, right? And for me, it's my personal favorite, right, from the Genesis era. Now, guys, when I got this game, I had little side note, right? I need to get this off my chest because I feel like we featured this game a couple of times on the channel, and I never really told you guys, right? Now, when I played this game, right, I had gotten it a used version of this game, right? I don't even remember which store. It was like a store back in the 90s. It was like a famous like chain of stores, right? And the stores actually is blanking because it's been like so freaking long now, right? But if I ever do remember the store, right, I'll put it down in like the description or the comment section, right? But the store used to like carry all of like the used games, right? You would return your games to that particular location. Nothing crazy, right? But the selection, like, all I remember, like, growing up was like the insane selection. Like, I got Shaq Fu from there, right? NBA Jam, right? And I got those games like dirt cheap. Comix Zone I got pretty cheap because it was like a used version. Now getting back on topic to where that's concerned. Now, guys, when I got the used version of this game, I didn't get it brand new, right? I got it used, right? And that game, I got it during Christmas time. Like, I got a lot of my presents. Like, I think I specified this on a couple of the Nostalgia Blast episodes, right? Whenever we feature like any of the 2E games, right? It's usually like my birthday. It was like my birthday and Christmas. They're all in like the same time period, right? A couple days apart. So all my games, right, would come during that time period. But yeah, guys, I got this one used, and one of the things that bugged me out about it, right, was that, you know, remember back in the 90s, you'd have to blow on the cartridges, right? Especially when the game would like fail or just like screw up, right? It would just like freeze on you. Now, Comix Zone, after I get to a particular boss, right, the game would just crap out on me. It literally would just crap out on me, right? And I had to use the the last time we covered this game, right, we were using the cheat codes to technically beat the game, like in 90s fashion. I'm gonna put that in quotation marks. Yeah, but like in 90s fashion, right, you would just enter in the jukebox, right, the specific number combination, right, and then the stage combination shortly after, right. You guys can look it up yourself, right. It's a pretty long combination, but yeah, guys, you would do that, right, if you weren't doing the long play, right? And also remember, if you didn't have cartridges, I screwed up here, by the way, in this panel, right? But yeah, you didn't have memory cards back in the day, right? So that was your only way. Like, if you couldn't complete the game in one shot, in one go, right? You literally had to like enter in that cheat code. So that was the reason that was there for the most part, right? Or, you know, just to like help boost magazine sales as well, right? Because buying those cheat code magazines were all the rage back in the 90s as well, right? I kind of miss it. I kind of miss those vibes, right? Nothing but good times. But yeah, guys, hope you guys are enjoying this little nostalgia blast, this little like retro slash blast from the past kind of memory, right? Because I'm probably like unlocking a core memory in a lot of you guys' like arsenal right now in your brain, right? In your memory banks. That's got to be like a core memory for any 80s, 90s kid, right? But yeah, Comix Zone, guys, I never got to beat it in long play fashion, right? In walkthrough fashion, in any of the, whatever you want to call it, in speedrun fashion. This was one of those games I never could, because I would get to a certain boss. When we get up to the boss, I'll let you know, right? And then the game would just automatically freeze, because I got the game used. Right? So it sucked. But then, you know, the cheat codes were always there, and I beat the game, obviously, right? But it didn't feel real, right? It didn't feel flush. It didn't feel clean. You know, that clean feeling from just playing straight through, right? That's that, you know, before memory cards, right? Before games became insanely long, right? Not that I'm not bashing that one bit, but guys, check how easy this boss is, right? And guys, I want to just like, I want to like tell you guys, like, over the weekend, like, if I'm making any of this look like simple, like extremely simplistic, it's because I like died so many times in this game. If you have not played Comix Zone, right? If you guys have not touched this game, I suggest you get this game, right? You can get it in like the compilation, right? The Sega compilation on the PlayStation Network, right? And it has a great emulated version of the game. This is what we're using right now, right? But yeah, this is what we're playing on right now, right? On the PlayStation 5, right? And it's the emulated version, right? On the Sega Classics, right? Collection, right? I can't remember what it's called, right? But yeah, there you go, guys. So yeah, like, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, I'm blanking now because I had so many things to say. But yeah, I would get up to like a specific boss, and guys, the game would just crap out on me. It would just crap out on me. So anyway, we're up to the second stage, right? The second stage, and the game gets progressively harder, right? It gets progressively harder. If I'm making any of this look easy or simplistic by any means, guys, I'm telling you right now, you make one error, one slight error, right, and your health goes down drastically. Not just that, there's a limited amount of health potions, right, that you can pick up like between the stages, right, which makes it insanely difficult, right? So if you do screw up in what feels like a minor way, it's actually it accumulates, right? It has like a cumulative effect. But by the time you get up to the final panel in the stage, right, you're gonna get so screwed, and you're actually gonna see that, right? Because I'm recording this in post-processing, but guys, I had so much fun, and I'm actually like dirt tired. I'm dead tired, guys. So I struggled with it all over the weekend, right? And guys, I haven't been feeling that great, like physically, And that's why I need to take a break from the channel, right? I'm taxed in so many different ways, right? Just on a quick side note, right? Not that it's a big deal, but my energy distribution is just really like it's sporadic and it's all over the place. So that's the reasoning behind why you guys aren't gonna see like the frequency of videos, right? In the coming months, right? But there will be videos, right? But it will be spaced apart a little bit more, right? And it'll probably be heavily nostalgia based, right? Which is cool, right? It's a great switch up from all the FIFA 23 gameplay, right? We're in the footies right now, promo in terms of like FIFA related content. But guys, I think this is the final year for FIFA, right? In what feels like a pure RTG setting. If we do return to FIFA, it will EA Sports FC, EAFC, right? 24, right? 2024, yeah. So if we do return to that, right? It won't be in the same capacity that you remember, right? It'll be definitely more like fun based, right? Fun factor based, right? I don't want to do the whole grinding scene where like the insurmountable amounts of grinding that it takes to do a pure RPG, right? To build up your team the hard way, the ultra difficult way, because it's gotten even more difficult, right? As that mode FIFA Ultimate Team has progressed. Guys, this is the final year for FIFA, right? FIFA, the name by namesake, right? So it's EAFC, all right? EAFC 24 is the next title. But guys, that's fine, right? That's fine. We wanted to transition into some other games on the channel, break up the monotony. And guys, I'm telling you right now, Comix Zone's the game, right? In terms of like blast from the past, retro nostalgia vibes, anything like that, guys, Comix Zone is one of those games. If you guys have not tried it, try it. I'm telling you right now, pick it up, right? In any form, in any format, right? Even on the PC, if you can get, like, you know, like I don't know if it's available on the PC actually, right? Probably like through the arcade collection, right? You can probably get it, right? Or you know, just get it. Like if you have like, Sega had released like a compilation console, like a mini console. I don't know if it's still out, and it's definitely more like featured there, right? Because this was like one of the games. This was like a calling card game. This was like one of the games that got you to pick up like a Sega Genesis. It wasn't that way initially, but the game became such a cult classic. And when we talk about cult classics, Comix Zone's like, for movies, for video games, Comix Zone's up there, right? In terms of like cult classic vibes, right? It's one of the best in terms of like cult classic games, right? It has a huge underground following, which actually became like more mainstream over the years, right? And everyone just gets the same blast from the past when it comes to Comix Zone. Anyone that played it back in the 90s, right? So I was like going through like the forums, right? I was like going through like some of the comments and stuff like that, and they're like, how has this not been made a movie, right? That's what everyone was talking about, right? Because this was like one of the best games from 1995, like period, like flat out. And everyone wondering, like up to like a year ago, the comments from like a year ago, and people are asking, why hasn't this been made a movie, right? Because it's such a unique idea, quite similar to Cool World. If you guys ever saw that movie with Brad Pitt, just similar in some fashions, where you enter the comic realm, right? That whole universe, the comic book universe, right? A real person enters a two-dimensional realm, right? Which is really, you know, like it's really cool, right? Almost like Who Framed Roger Rabbit had that sort of like the same vibes as well, right? But much more similar to Cool World, right? In those respects. But yeah, how Comix Zone has been made a movie, I have no clue, because this game is just really cool. The idea is amazing, the animation's amazing, the story, the plot's amazing, right? Everything about this game is just freaking amazing. And I know I'm talking your ears off, but guys, it's the best like 30 plus minutes that you're gonna see from the 90s, right? Some of the best 30 minutes, right? Definitely your bang, you know, the bang for your buck is there. So yeah, guys, I said over the weekend I was gonna do a long play, right? I wanted to do a long play. I wanted to feature something on the channel because I am currently on kind of like technically hiatus, right? But I still want to keep the channel alive, right? In some fashion. I want to focus a little bit more on my health in the coming months, right? Because, you know, I haven't been sleeping well, and unfortunately, as a lot of you guys know on the channel, right, I am taking care of a very sick mother, right? So that's where a lot of my sleeping habits are getting kind of, you know, like, but everyone has their cross to bear, and I'm not complaining, right? It's just the energy distribution, right? And how my sleeping cycles are regulated, it's just not the best right now, right? So, stepping back, like stepping away from the FIFA content for a little while on the RTG, in terms of like RTG stuff, right? It's something that I feel is necessary at this current moment in time. We will return in some respects, right, to all the soccer and football gameplay. That's a given, right? And we're gonna keep the channel alive for as long as we can, right? Guys, likes, comments, subscription, notification bell, by the way, they all help keep the channel going. Thank you guys for always tuning in. And guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this walkthrough slash long play experience, right? I wish I could call it a speed run because I memorized as much as I possibly could, right? It's a lot of pattern recognition, it's a lot of pattern memorization, right? Especially for the bosses, and the, you know, there's a lot of randomness as well, but that's mostly in the pickups, right? Like the items that you pick up, right? And that's actually one of the reasons why this game was like really frustrating. It's like one of the few drawbacks of the game, right? Is that if you pick up one of the question mark items, right, there will be question mark items on the floor sometimes, and sometimes when you pick them up, right, you could be picking up like an explosive, right, and that'll just kill your health, right? The lack of potions, the lack of health potions, right, to replenish your health is apparent in Comix Zone, right, which makes it a really difficult game, right, if you are new to like this realm of games, right, and you have to really like time and carefully think through, like strategically think through what items you're gonna use where, right? Like as you guys notice, that fist that I've got, that power fist, right? I've been saving it, right? I've been saving it for this boss, right? To make this boss go back, to clear this boss, right, as fast as humanly possible, right? But guys, this is the boss I was telling you about. This fingernail-esque boss, right? Like his phone cover was like his fingernails, right? Yeah, this boss, right? It's like something out of like Big Trouble in Little China, right? I believe that's what the movie's called, right? Where's my phone? I'm blanking right now because I'm actually extremely tired, right? I wanted to beat this game as soon as humanly possible, right? Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China, right? If you guys have ever seen that movie, right? The boss is kind of like similar to that boss, right? I forgot the name of the boss, but guys, I cleared it. This actually, if I made this look easy, guys, I'm telling you right now, this boss was giving me hell. This boss was giving me hell, right? Because even with that fist, right? That fist pickup, right? He was still, you know, like how my health was getting like just killed off by the time I reached the boss. That was like the biggest issue, right? So we're finally up to like the hardest levels, right? Like this is the hardest level in Comix Zone, right? It's not even the previous level with the boss, right? It's this one, right? Because the enemies on the screen are actually much harder, right? They block much more, and they find these little openings, right? So you really do have to like button mash hard at like a high pace, right? Not everything I'm doing is button mashing, but you really do have to play at a very high tempo to like clear off the panels, right? The enemies off the panels, right? And they just find openings, right? Even if you're blocking, right, they'll still find an opening. I don't know, something about this game, right? They still find an opening even if you do everything right? You just have to make sure that you're playing at a higher tempo than they're attacking, right? Then the enemies are attacking. But guys, I'm giving you guys like the full long play experience, right? And I know I'm talking your ears off, so I'm just gonna take a breather, let you guys enjoy some of what you are seeing on this screen. So, interesting tidbit, right? I'm just like looking this up, right? So the concept of the game, right? I'm reading off Wikipedia. So the game originated from a 1992 demo for the Amiga titled Joe Pencil Trapped in the Comix Zone. Huh. That's so freaking cool, right? Okay, so I must have forgotten that, but that's a nice little Easter egg, right? So yeah, Sketch Turner is a starving artist. He's a freelance rock musician living in New York City, right? And he's working on the newest comic book, right? Which is Comix Zone, right? So yeah, the main boss, right, is a powerful mutant named Mortis, right? It's literally Sketch Turner's creation, right? So because we featured this on the channel, I didn't bring this up until now, right? But I figured, hey, we might as well, right? So inside the comic book, Sketch meets Alyssa, right? Alyssa Cyan, right? Okay, so who believes he's the chosen one? So guys, if you guys have ever seen The Matrix, right, that's kind of like, you know, like this is like before The Matrix, right? So that's really cool, right? You enter a realm, someone thinks you're the Messiah, everything. That's really freaking cool. Guys, use that rodent, use the rat, right, to get to that panel, because you'll get better pickups, right, to clear this panel easier. But guys, yeah, we're clearing this panel, right? So we pretty much have to defeat Mortis, right? And yeah, it's basically Sketch and Alyssa trying to save the world, right? And trying to get, you know, stop the nuclear devices from going off, right? Yeah, so guys, yeah, we're 21 minutes in, right? And this is where I start dying, right? Over the weekend, like, I was playing this game like crazy. I was playing it like so religiously, right? I would just do like 20-minute iterations of the game, right? Because I would literally only get up to like this part and then I would die, right? For whatever reason, it was just like probably like not memorizing animations correctly or whatnot, right? Or just playing out of sync, or just making silly little errors, right? And then I would just screw it up so royally. There are a couple ways to clear this particular panel, right? This particular part of the stage, right? And I kind of like messed it up a little. I got hit right here by one of the bombs, right? I didn't jump correctly, but I had that health, right? That potion, and I was way ahead of schedule right here, and I take it out, right? So guys, I clear this stage much easier than I had all weekend, right? So I was so freaking happy. Guys, look at my superhero meter, right? And we're now entering the final couple panels, right, of this game, right? The final panels, right? Guys, okay. So, when we featured this game last, right? I think we did it through like a 5-minute boss battle series, and it's when I entered into the jukebox and then I instantaneously jumped and I started here, right? But since we're doing like the long play, right, we literally just went through this whole thing, and I am like beat. I am beat because I've like tried beating this game about 10 times today alone, right? So when you guys are seeing this, I'm dead tired. So if you saw, like, I avoided a lot of the question marks, right? It's because those question marks can literally like explode on Sketch Turner, right? So picked up a potion there, and the 3 items I've got are the rodent, the sword, and the potion, right? But right around here, I start getting a little tired, right? Because it's just like 23 minutes of high-paced action, right? It's just like straight high-paced 24/7. You're going at an insane pace, right? You can't tell, right? As you're viewing this, you can't really tell how high tempo I'm actually playing, right? But I actually am, right? So guys, look at my health. Look at my health. My health is actually like really, you know, like it's low. And I don't know what happened there, right? But that sword did not go through. And I featured this level right before on the channel, right? But something about today, right? Like I was just having trouble remembering what to do, right? Or doing it as cleanly, right, as I have in the past, right? But yeah, guys, I have not beaten this game. Like this is like literally the first time I beat this game in years, right? Through long play, right? And I probably like during like the 90s, like I said, like I didn't beat it long play, right, on the original copy that I had, right? Because yeah, the copy like it literally was like a busted copy, right? So I had to do it in like little like episodic kind of like an episodic kind of way, right? So this is kind of like special to me, right? Like right now, like I beat the game before, right? On like different versions of the game, right? But like right now, it just feels so crisp. It feels so right to like revisit this game again. And I kind of like, you know, like I don't know what else to tell you guys, but guys, we're in the final panels of Comix Zone. And hopefully I've taken you on a journey, right? And guys, like I'm telling you right now, the illustrations are just insane. The colors in the game for a Genesis game, it's absolutely so stunning to look at, right? It's so vibrant, it's so crisp, it's so clean. The enemies are so beautiful. I love all of the uniqueness, right? Every single enemy looks unique, and they move in a different manner, and Sketch moves in a different manner, right? The bosses are so lively. Everything about this game pops. It really does pop. It pops out, right? And for the time period, it's one of the best freaking games on the planet, right? And I'm telling you, like I would give it like a 15 out of 10, right? Especially since it stands the test of time so beautifully. I know I'm reiterating myself, but guys, I'm telling you. So anyway, right? These guys, right? They, for some reason, they're blocking like crazy. And I must have made like a couple errors, and as you can see, I'm out of health, right? And I already know, like in terms of like just plotting the trajectory of how I'm gonna move. Look, I'm already in red, right? And and we're literally on the final panels too, right? Like for the game, right? And the final boss isn't even that, you know, like he's not even that difficult. So what can I tell you right here? Ugh, I want to scream. When you guys are seeing this, just know I want to scream when I get up to this part, right? Because I'm like, oh, what did I do wrong, right? Like how did I mess this up so royally, right? It would have been such a clean long play, right? Had we, you know, like I just did a couple little things a little cleaner, right? But we still get it done, right? At least like we will get it done, right? That's what I mean to say, right? Because I'm recording this in post-processing, but you guys are seeing like my gaming DNA. You guys are seeing all my errors as well, right? So it's not like a purely crisp, clean walkthrough or long play experience. It's my version of a long play experience. It's my nostalgia blast, right? It's this nostalgia blast that you guys are experiencing, right? And guys, I had a lot of fun making this video. Like I'm not joking. Even though it took me all freaking weekend, guys. Look, right there. Is this the end of the story? Well, here's the good thing, right? I only died once. So my continues, right? You get like, I think one continue, right? And I used my continue, right? Saving the continue for a rainy day. Right there, I wanted to drop down and just like take the question mark. But then I remembered, right? Last time I went to the panels, right? I didn't go through this side. Right, so I already have one potion, right? I picked up one potion. That question mark and picking up that one potion, it's kind of what saved me, right? Because now when I enter this panel, there's another potion after. I just wanted to go to this side, right? And we end up facing like two of the similar like enemies that we faced before, but now they're blocking much more, right? So what I wanted to do was like put him in front of like the blast coming from the other side, right? The other boss. Right? I'm forgetting, like I'm blanking out with like the enemy names, right? They probably have like extremely specific names, right? And I'm blanking so hard with all of the names of the enemies, right? But guys, it's so freaking cool, right? I'm actually gonna look them up, right? As this, as we are clearing the panels, I might as well, right? So let me check out the IGN one, right? the villains. Okay, so the section 5, I'm going through IGN, right? As we are doing this, I'm trying to like find the names of the villains for you guys, right? And yeah, there are different routes. Oh, and the boss that I was having a lot of trouble with, his name's Kung Fung, right? Okay, so let me see. Spawn mutants. They have specific names. Gravis, Strigil, Spawn Mutant, Mongoria, Cocoon, Cocoon Crawler, Flying Creature, Styx, Pelagus, and Mortis. Wow, so there are specific names for, obviously there are, right? The villain names, right? But, yeah. These villains are so freaking cool to look at, right? And as you guys can see, my health is actually crisp this time around in the walkthrough. How freaking cool is that, right? So yeah, I am kind of like surprised. I'm extremely surprised that they never made this as a movie, right? I know like there's a Gran Turismo movie out, right? And gaming movies are a thing. Five Nights at Freddy's has a movie as well, and apparently it's like an extremely huge movie, right? I think Comix Zone has like that nostalgia appeal to it, right? That a lot of 90s kids, a lot of millennials will remember this game, right? And I think it should be made into a movie, or at least like a Netflix series or something. Jeez. But guys, we're coming on the final panels, and I've got way more in terms of health, right? This time around, right? So yeah, these are literally the final, I think 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 panels, guys. And look at my health. My health is good. My health is good, right? And this is the freaking long play experience. I could probably even do it cleaner tomorrow, but I actually want this one with the continue in, right? To show you guys, right? It's as natural as it can be for a long through, right? You guys are seeing all the errors as well, right? And guys, trust me when I'm telling you this. There's a lot of pattern memorization. There's like a lot of pattern recognition that you have to like, you know, like you have to like learn all of the bosses, all the mini bosses. You have to learn all the enemies. Like seriously, right? How they move. You have to learn every freaking thing, right? So it did take me a little while, right? But yeah, I got it done, right? And we're coming to the end of this video soon, right? We're coming to the final boss. And yeah, I've got way more than enough health to take care of him, right? Mortis. Right? Sketch for inspiration, right? And we are, like, if you guys haven't played Comix Zone, right? He traps Alyssa. You're gonna see it like right now, right? And every time, and look what they give me. They give me the fist. Epic, epic. What a way to finish, right? So I've got more than enough health, right? You only need like half a bar, right? To like finish him out. He's actually quite easy. But guys, yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, checked out any of the catalog, anything that I've ever done, right? Give yourself a go, right? The Nostalgia Blast episodes are there, which are pretty much long play. Then you have the 5-minute boss battles, which features some of my favorite boss battles in all of gaming, right? And then you have all the FIFA-related content, and then we do spooky season specials on the channel as well. When fall comes around, we're already ready because we prep for that, right? Spooky season specials, we do all of the Halloween, the horror-esque games, right? For Halloween and for spooky season, right? So guys, we do have an assortment of videos. So if you guys haven't checked out any of the other videos in the catalog, and you know, like if you guys are just like looking to kill time in a really cool way, do hit that subscribe button, like some of the videos, check out some of the videos, have fun with the videos, right? Get open to a new world if you're not used to like some of the games, right? And yeah, guys, check it out, right? I've used the fist, that power fist, and all you have to do is really zap him, right? When he hits the bottom, right? When Mortis goes to the bottom, you just turn on that switch, bam, and he gets hit hard, right? And yeah, he gets hit with the blast. And the only thing that's really like annoying in this level are those flying bats, right? And that's probably I hate those enemies the most, right? Because the hit markers on them are just like But guys, we finish the final panel. Barely even touched, right? From the final boss at least, right? So guys, sketch succeeded, right? Obviously we did this before on the channel, but guys, this time it's different because we did it in long play style. And jeez Louise, this was freaking awesome. This was so fun for me, guys. Yeah, once more, guys, if you are new to the channel, do hit that sub button. It helps a lot. Thank you guys for always tuning in to my regulars, and guys, do leave some love on the channel because so I'm gonna read this again. I did it before. Comix Zone became a commercial smash. Sketch's issue sold out. Alyssa Cyan joined the party soon. The chief of security for the United States, Roadkill, was donated. Oh yeah, that was the rat, right? Roadkill, and they lived happily ever after until right. So guys, now we see the final credits, the cutscenes, guys. The final, everyone involved, right? I'm blanking out in terms of like what to say because I'm dead tired, right? I've been trying to do this log play for you guys for like the past like 10 hours, right? Oh man, I just kept like screwing up, right? I kept screwing up, but I wanted to get it done for you guys, feature it on the channel, and I kind of want to thank all these guys for making such a big part of my childhood right here, right? Every single person involved in this game, right? They're freaking epic, right? I'm not even joking. They're so freaking epic, right? For just being a part of this game, it's got to be like one of the coolest experiences, right? Because it occupies such a space, right? In like a 90s kid's like mind, right? Anyone who had a Genesis knows about this game, right? It's like one of the cult classic games that if you don't know about it, now you know about it, right? So guys, yeah, I had a lot of fun making this video. And guys, I'm gonna let the credits roll out. Likes, comments, subscription, notification bell, they all help keep the channel going. Hey look, I see my name there. 1995 Sega, all rights reserved, Comix Zone, TM, patent pending. This has been an episode of Nostalgia Blast, right? Which is essentially a long play. Guys, peace, love, all the blessings to you and yours. Sid, out. I will be returning soon. Guys, check out the score. Check out the meter. Hit that green.